Hey everyone, I'm Heinz, a YouTuber and algo trader, and welcome to my channel. And before we dive in, I'm going to ask you to please drop the video a like, also subscribe to stay updated with future content. Now in today's video, we'll be taking a look at a free expert advisor called Gold ICT OrderBlock Expert, which is specifically available for MetaTrader 5. Now, this expert advisor that was published on the 13th of July 2025 uses some of the core ICD methodology and looks to be trading very well if we look at the backtest I've run so far. Now, this expert advisor is available for free on the MQL5 marketplace. So what we're going to do first is head on over and take a look at some of the information provided by the developer. Now, as I said, this free trading robot is available only for MetaTrader 5, and it stands out as one of the best ICT style EAs available on the marketplace. Now, so far, out of the 9 reviews, it's received a 5-star rating, which shows that it's been very well received by the community. And some of the key components of the EA works on the order block framework, which is very interesting to see that somebody has taken the time and dedication to take some of the key ICT methodology or inner circle trader methodology, such as order blocks, liquidity sweeps, and market structure shifts. Now, the algorithm looks for valid setups during the London and New York session only, and then applies trend filtering, volatility-based risk control, and adaptive profit-taking logic. Now, this adaptive profit-taking logic includes a Fibonacci profit scaling technique, as well as an ATR-based stop loss and trailing stop, and different risk management modes, which includes fixed lot size as well as dynamic to market volatility. Now, each trade has a stop loss and take profit, making it an ideal expert advisor for both small accounts and new traders. Now, what stands out about it is that it's specifically designed for a single instrument XAUUSD or spot gold on the 6-minute time frame. Now, trading is limited to the ICT kill zones during the London and New York session, and there's also a compatible set file available in the comments. Now, this EA was specifically designed for trading XAUUSD or spot gold, and it uses the order blocks along with liquidity sweeps, market structure shifts, and a trend-based filter. Now, some of the risk noticed of the expert advisor is that it does not guarantee a profit or future results. Trading does carry a high degree of risk, and you need to take in consideration the potential loss of capital. Moreover, as with any new expert advisor, it's recommended to test it first on a demo account before running it in the live environment. Now, if we get enough comments and likes on this video, I'll also start testing this expert advisor, and we'll see how it performs live in the market. Now, if you take a look at his documentation and logs provided, you can get some more detailed descriptions about how the EA runs in the market. He's also provided us with some screenshots to show what the EA trades like, and it identifies order blocks and then rates them according to a system using multiple time frames to detect the trend and an ATR-based logic. Now, if we look at the backtest image provided, it shows a small initial deposit of $160 with a total net profit of $370.11. Now, the set file that I'll be using today is the one that's located under the comments and specifically created for the 6-minute time frame against the XAUUSD on a 2-digit broker. So once you've loaded your MetaTrader 5, you're going to head over to the market and secure this free expert advisor for your trading account. So once you've opened the MQL5 market, simply search for Gold ICT OrderBlock Expert and download it directly to your trading system. Now, once you've done that, you're going to want to run a few backtests to get the settings right for your specific broker. So after this, we're going to test the expert advisor now, and I'm going to use both a fixed lot of 0.01 as well as an adaptive scaling that's built into the expert advisor. Now for the test today, we'll be using the XAUUSD on the 6-minute time frame and testing over a custom period from the 10th of January 2024 until the 24th of October 2025 on an initial deposit of 500 with every tick based on real ticks, which will give us the most accurate testing results. Now, if you do use the set file created by the author, it does use a percentage risk mode, which you can also disable and test it with a 0.01 lot like we see on the graph on the screen. Now this graph, a few things that I've noticed is that it doesn't use any lot, any grid or martingale or dangerous strategies like that, and we see individual trades at a 0.01 with each with a stop loss and take profit in place. Now it generated a total net profit of $75.57 with a very low equity drawdown of only $20.04. Giving us a very impressive profit factor of 1.57. Now the profit factor is a great way to compare different expert advisors that you test, so always make sure to take a look at that. Now as we can see from the settings, under money management has been set to false, meaning each trade was only a 0.01 lot size. So what we'll be doing next is we'll take a look what happens if we set the NDA to determine its percentage risk mode, which can also be adjusted according to your own trading requirements. So I'm going to enable the money management settings, and it's going to use its percentage risk mode to compile our next backtest. Now some of the key components of the expert advisor includes the order block framework that we see in the first test, as well as a liquidity sweep filter, a trend filter on a higher time frame using a moving average, ATR-based trailing stops and scaling, as well as a profit scaling according to Fibonacci ratios. Now one of the key limitations of the EA is that it only trades during the New York and London kill zone, which means it might not have enough tests for those of you active traders. Now this session control, in my opinion, is a very good way to filter out trades that are not high probability. But because of this, it might not trade a lot, and you'll only see a few trades per week and only a few trades per month. So this is something that you need to take into consideration if you're running an active trading account and want a lot of trades for a rebate program. So now that we are running this test with the percentage risk mode enabled, we'll see a much higher balance, but also an increase in the drawdown that it generates. So if we look at the backtest results over the same period from the 10th of January 2024 until the 24th of October 2025, it's able to generate a total net profit of over $1,000 with a maximum equity drawdown of $358.82. Again, we see that impressive profit factor of 1.56, even though it only won 56% of the trades. Now, the thing that stands out for me about this expert advisor is its use of the ATR-based trailing and stop loss logic, combined with the order block framework, liquidity sweeps, and trend filter, which makes it a really strong candidate for one of the best free expert advisors available on the MQL5 marketplace. Now, to get the best result for any expert advisor, it's important that you use a virtual private server on a low latency with a low spread trading account. If you'd like to use the same broker and VPS as me, make sure to check the video description. And with all of that said, guys, I want to say thank you so much for watching. Make sure to drop the video a like, also subscribe for future updates. Until next time, happy trading, bye.